Hey, what's up everybody? Thanks for clicking on the video. This is David Pendleton and I am starting the final round of the Grand Parade Tournament Rookie Division. This will cover holes number 1, 2, and 3 as we're able to get off to a pretty good start. So hole number 1 and hole number 2, I'm going to show you two different ways that you can go about approaching your drops. So hole number 1 here with tailwind, you can go for green. Now, here's the thing that I'm going to say about this shot is it is not consistent if you hit a great ball. If you hit a great ball to the right, you're definitely not making it to the green. You're going to get stuck in the rough. Great left is okay sometimes, just depending on the wind strength, but it's got to be a very minor great left. Regardless, here you see I go 4.5 top, 2 bars of side spin to the left. It does typically take a perfect ball to execute the drive. So here you see we clip the rough very nicely. We roll out towards the pin and we stop here for a very easy putt on hole number 1. Now, this is definitely the easiest way to eagle the hole, obviously, when you're putting in. But again, the drive is where you're going to have to hit your perfect ball at, right? So typically, when it comes to dropping a shot, on shot number 2 is where you have to hit perfect. This one's a little bit different. You got to hit the drive perfect. 4.5 top, 2 right. You see here when I push my target up, my yellow ring is right there on the top rough line. That's what I'm looking for. You can see my ball guideline bouncing over that little bush. See those bushes right there? See the ball guideline bouncing over the little bushes? Okay, that's what I'm looking at. Yellow ring at the top. 0% max. Just looking at it again here. About half a ball of OP. About half a ball of curl to the right. Perfect ball will get the job done. Now, if you're like, yeah, never mind, I don't want to do that, we're going to go ahead and go extra mile or big topper, whichever one you want. We're going to go here again, 6 top, 1 bar of side spin to the left. Now, I'm going to take 2 yards off of my drive. Notice how the driver starts at the +7. I do back this up to the +5. The thing about this drive in rookie division is you don't want to get too many yards because it could take you out of thorn range. I like playing shot number 2 with my thorn. You can definitely play it with your wedge if you'd like. Just make sure that you check the distance of your wedge club to see if you're at max or whatever you may be. Here, we're going to go ahead and go shot number 2, 0% at minimum. We're going to use a bunch of backspin combined with 1 bar of side spin to the right. You can see here that even with taking 2 yards off my drive, I'm almost out of minimum distance thorn range. So heavy backspin, 1 bar of side spin to the left. I think I just said right. 1 bar of side spin to the left with your backspin, ball guideline going through the back of the pin. Make your pull. This one is shot number 2 where you have to hit perfect because you're probably not going to make this shot with a great ball. So there's 2 different ways to play hole number 1. You can pick your poison. Okay, hole number 2, I'm going to show you a very aggressive path to try to get yourself a hole in 1. Now, you're going to need 3 bars of side spin to the left, which is going to be a katana, right? If you still have those Santa balls available and you want to do that in rookie division, this would be a great hole to use that ball on because it's a power 5 ball, side spin 3. I'm sorry, it's a wind resistance 5 ball, side spin 3. You could do that as well. This shot right here is very dangerous. A great left is definitely going to put you in the sand, but in my opinion, it's definitely the best way to pick up the hole in 1. 1.1 back, 3 bars of side spin to the left. You're going to play the rough bump right here. Take a note of the offset position where my ball guideline is at. The higher the wind, the more offset you need, okay? Higher the wind, the more offset that you need. I'll show you another shot on this hole, which would be a very safe shot. This is a perfect ball. I'm going to come up a tad short. A little bit unlucky. Oh, no, this one comes in good speed. Never mind. I just need a little bit more offset. Speed is perfect. I did come up short in practice on one hole. I thought that's the replay I was showing. But either way here, a little bit more offset to the left will get that ball hopefully into the hole for the hole in 1. If you're like, yeah, that shot's not for me, that's too dangerous to the sand, I definitely understand. Here we're going to go right at 4 bars of backspin. We're going to use our backbone this time, and we're just going to play the hop over the sand and try to get the ball to pin. I didn't spend too many practice tokens on this shot, just really a couple to try to get you a good starting point. You can see here that after I apply my backspin, I've got most of my yellow ring on the fairway, a little bit of in the rough. You can see exactly the end of my ball guide line and the dark green and light green squares. This shot does need work. This is not close to going in. The only reason that I'm showing this is just because I wanted to provide some type of safe option for folks who aren't comfortable with that rough bump. But here we do get a perfect ball, which means you're going to get to learn a great deal from it. Speed is good. So we notice here that the ball slows down, comes out to a nice stop, but we're right-hand side of the pin. So it's not that far off. We probably need to just start moving our target over a little bit to the left. Keep in mind that the shots had different elevation. The backbone shot is 20%, and the Goliath shot is 25%, although I did play them both at max. All right, this will be hole number 3. Hole number 3 is 0% at max. 4.5 top, 2 bars of side spin to the left. I'm putting my green inner ring right here on the left fairway line, just like that. From here, I pull 0% at max, and then I'm going to use overpower combined with very heavy curl to the left. Half a ball of OP, full ball of curl to the left. You want that left curl on there because you do not want to end up rolling into the right-hand side of the rough up here. Now, you probably would roll into that rough with a great right shot, or if you use too much overpower or topspin. So let's keep the drive looking like that. Just in case you roll into the rough, make sure that when you're picking your bag, you have your most powerful rough iron in the bag. I think that's something a lot of people forget to do in a tournament because you're used to using your rough iron maybe in head-to-head play. You know, on long par 5s like this, prepare for the worst. Always bring your best rough iron club if you have a chance to roll into the rough. The most powerful one, I should say, because you want the distance. Okay, shot number 2, 0% at max. A little bit disappointed here because this one wasn't rolling out the same across the practice shots, right? So here I am going to aim pretty much dead center of the pin, or trying to anyways. And now, even in a slight headwind angle here before our shot was taken, we're going to come in on the back of the pin, which was a little confusing because it wasn't really the same type of thing that was happening when I was practicing the shot. But here you see we come in just to the top of the pin. So, you know, we might need to treat this shot the same way we treated it in the qualifying round, where we actually aim underneath the hole. So we're going to offset to the front of the pin. Either way, there's holes 1, 2, 3. Should get you off to a good start if you're able to hit perfect balls, and I'll continue the rest of the tournament. Thanks, everybody.